Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another video for you today in the Open Great League, and I'm using Shadow Gliscor today. So let's go ahead and dive right into these battles. We're going up against a Runerigus, and of course Night Slash is super effective towards Runerigus. They do switch into Lapras and catch the Night Slash, so good catch by them, but I'm going to be able to punish that with a Medicham, and Medicham should be able to farm all the way down before they get to 2 Surf attacks. They will be able to get to 1, we'll be able to take it, but again, we should be able to count it down without having to use a shield, and we'll be able to throw an Ice Punch at the Runerigus. I know they're 1 away from a Shadow Ball, so we're going to be able to at least get off 1. So we do go ahead and throw this attack right now. Let's see if they want to shield it. I wasn't sure if they would. They decided not to, and unfortunately, they do get off their attack before I can get off another Ice Punch. I'm expecting the Shadow Ball. I don't think they'll bait, and it is a Shadow Ball, but I just let it go because we do have this Shadow Gliscor. I'm going to be able to get off this Night Slash, which either will KO or get a shield. Let's see what they decide to do. And they do go ahead and shield it, and they're going to be able to throw an attack. I do ultimately decide to shield this. Unfortunately for me, it is a Sand Tomb bait, so good bait by them, and they bring in Bastiodon. So what I'm going to do is charge up enough for 2 Night Slashes, just in case I need to later against the Runerigus, right? 1 to get the shield, and the other 1 to KO. So that now I can bring in Registeel. They're going to be able to throw a Flamethrower, and we're going to be able to throw a Focus Blast, which will do a lot of damage. It will not be enough to KO, but it will do a lot of damage, and they do actually use the shield there. On that Bastiodon, and we're going to be able to get to another Focus Blast again. As I mentioned, not going to be enough to KO, but it will get it very, very low. We definitely want to land this Focus Blast. Very nice, doing a lot of damage. They do get off that Flamethrower. I live it. No reason to use the shield here. I want to save the shield for the Runerigus. They go ahead and switch out. And yeah, I mean, they get a good farm, but we do have 2 Night Slash attacks. We're going to be able to throw 1. This is going to KO the Runerigus. And this is going to be a win for us. So, yep, Runerigus goes down. In comes Bastiodon. And this Night Slash is going to KO the Bastiodon. That is going to be a beautiful game. Very well played to my opponent there. So, yeah, GG's. We're going to be able to take that one. Absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Shadow Gliscor or the regular Gliscor, I think it's really, really good. Okay, so going up against the Bastiodon. So, the backline does really well against Bastiodon, right? This Gliscor, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, if we can land the Earthquake, it does well, but they're just adding up with the Smackdown damage, and they can just shield and honestly just farm us down, which is what I was concerned with. So I'm going to go ahead and shield so we can get off another Earthquake, right? I could have baited here, and then we would have been able to get to the 3rd Earthquake, or the Earthquake after this. But it's kind of hard to say because like you don't know if they're going to shield or not, and they do actually shield. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. Look at that, so close, 1 away. So yeah, if we baited, we would have made it. But unfortunately, I didn't bait. So anyway, we're going to be able to farm down, get a lot of energy on this Bastiodon. Of course, what's in the back? Like, I'm thinking it could be the Bastiodon Sableye Medicham team, which is a common team. It could be double Razor Leaf Users. It could be 1 Razor Leaf User and a Fighter, which is another common team. So if a Razor Leaf User comes in, we're going to be able to KO it if it's a Shadow Victreebel. But it's actually a Medicham, and then they switch in trying to catch with Sableye. So it is that Bastiodon Sableye Medicham team. Okay. They were trying to catch a Psychic. We're going to go ahead and shield this. And I'm going to be able to get to a Zap Cannon, hoping for a debuff, right? So we're trying to get the debuff with this Zap Cannon. We really want that debuff. Unfortunately, we don't get it. So they're going to be able to throw an attack, and it's going to be a foul play. Of course, you're not going to throw a return here. And we want to farm down. We want to lock on down, and we're barely not able to do it. If we got that Zap Cannon debuff, we would have been able to lock on down and throw a Zap Cannon, or an attack at least, into the Medicham. And then we would have been able to land these 2 Psychic attacks, and we would have been able to win this game. But unfortunately, we did not get that debuff. So this next Psychic is not going to KO, and they're actually going to be able to win. So that's going to be a great game to my opponent. We made it close. We almost got there. We just needed that debuff with Zap Cannon. We didn't get it. So good game. Well played to them. We're going to lose that one. Let's go into the next battle against my friend Pirate King. So we're going up against Pirate King. So okay, so against Swampert, this is actually not that bad of a matchup, right? Because the wing attacks are adding up, the Night Slash damage is adding up. It also helps that we got a boost, but even if we didn't get the boost. So now I'm like, okay, we're going to go ahead and invest 2 shields into this Swampert. I think it's worth it, but they actually switch out into Drapion. So we're going to go ahead and bait. I felt like this was a safe bait because I mean, yeah, I felt like that was a safe bait because why did I feel that way? Because we could have switched out afterwards, and we're boosted, right? And Earthquake would have KO'd. So we did get the shield there, and we're going to be able to land the Earthquake to actually let that go, which is amazing for us. So this is looking really good. Skarmory is coming in. We have a Registeel in the back, so we're looking really good. Sorry about earlier. I kind of had a brain malfunction, if you will, there. So yeah, we're going to bring in this Registeel. They're going to bring in Swampert. This is amazing. We're going to go ahead and take this attack. We have the Registeel in the back to handle that Skarmory, and we're going to be able to KO that Swampert, and Pirate King will go ahead and concede that game. So that is going to be a great game, very well played to Pirate King. Yeah, but that's a common team, right? Skarmory, Drapion, or Sableye. Probably Drapion nowadays because of the normal typings, like the Noctowl and Pidgeot. And Lickitung. I guess those were still common, though, last season. But either way, good game. Let's move on to the next one. We're going up against an Azumarill. We do land that Earthquake. I do go ahead and shield this, and it is going to be an Ice Beam as expected. Of course, if you have Ice Beam, definitely going to go ahead and go for it. Charging up. We throw the Night Slash because I knew I couldn't reach the Earthquake before they got off another Ice Beam. But they actually do shield, which is really good for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield. I did not think they would shield that, but I guess maybe they were afraid I was at an Earthquake. They're going to bring in Galvantula. We are resisting those electric attacks, right? So we're going to go ahead and go for this Night Slash. And we're going to pick up a shield and get a boost and get over another Night Slash. So because of that boost, I thought this was going to KO. Unfortunately, it doesn't KO. But that is okay. They're going to be able to get off an attack. And this is going to KO Gliscor. I'm going to let the Gliscor go. Not that we have a choice, but Gliscor is going to go ahead and go down. Thinking of who to bring in, I do decide to bring in Medicham so we can farm down that Galvantula, and we're going to be able to win that. They do concede. They came into the Twitch stream and said they had a Registeel in the back. So good game. Moving on, we have an Obstagoon. Very interesting Pokemon to go up against. But they actually switch out, which is really good for me because we're going to have the Medicham on that Obstagoon later. So that's actually really good for me. They're going to be able to throw a Shadow Ball. We can take it, right? We can take a couple of them. So we're going to be able to throw this Zap Cannon. They could shield. They could fight for Switch if they want to. But they ultimately decide to let it go. It doesn't KO, but we're going to be able to lock on down. Very nice. They're going to be able to get off another Shadow Ball, but that's totally fine because now if the Obstagoon comes in, we could threaten it with Focus Blast. If it comes in, I don't think it does come in though. Let's see. I don't think it comes in. I think something else comes in, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Trevenant comes in, so this is looking really good. Basically, the Medicham is going to be able to beat the Obstagoon. We could just like double shield if we have to and wing attack down with Gliscor. Trying to get to another attack. Unfortunately, we get to the Focus Plus, but we don't get it off. But we can bring in Gliscor. They switch into Obstagoon. We bring in the Medicham. We do not have to shield anything here. We're going to go ahead and let this go. Going to be a Night Slash. Totally fine. Even if they get the boost, we're looking really, really good. They do get off another attack, but no problem. We could go ahead and take this. Totally fine. And in comes Trevenant. They throw an attack. I'm definitely going to let this go because we could wing attack down. As I said, Shadow Ball will be enough to KO. Seed-Bomb will not have KO'd. Now, yeah, as I said, we just double shield this Gliscor. It's going to be a Seed-Bomb bait as expected, but totally fine because it's not like they can get to 3. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. So we're going to be able to take that one. Absolutely amazing. Good game. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. So we have Gliscor into Medicham. Okay. Looking pretty good. The wing attack is super effective. The ice punch is double super effective though, so we do have to keep that in mind. But we're going to be able to get off this Night Slash attack. Very nice. They're going to be able to get off an attack into my Gliscor. We're going to go ahead and shield this. It's going to be an ice punch as we know. And they're going to switch into Bastiodon. I bring in the Medicham. And they're going to go ahead and forfeit that. So it's going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. So great game. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Yeah, I'm enjoying the season so far. We're almost at ELO. As you can see, we're ranked 17 right now. So we need to get to 20 to get to the ELO. So very cool. Gliscor into Noctowl. Okay, Noctowl. So, yeah, not the greatest matchup. Of course, the Night Slash. I mean, that thing is so bulky that the Night Slash really not doing too much. We're hoping for a boost. We don't get the boost. You can't really expect the boost, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go. It is a Shadow Ball, which is unfortunate for me. However, Gliscor is going to be able to win this matchup barely. Well, it wins it in the Zero Shield. If they shield, they could win this. So we're going to go for the Night Slash. And we're going to barely be able to get to another Night Slash. So, yeah, they could let it go. They could shield and take Switch, and they are going to go ahead and shield and take Switch, so that's fine. We do get the shield advantage. They're going to go ahead and throw a Shadow Ball. We're going to be able to take a couple of them, but they're going to be able to get us low, which is not ideal. We want to lock on down. They're going to be able to throw another attack at us, and it's going to be a Shadow Ball. And they actually switch into Trevenant, so obviously we're not switching out here. So we're gonna go ahead and go for the Zap Cannon right now. Hoping for a debuff, no debuff, unfortunately. And they're actually going for the Farm Down, which will allow me to get to another attack, which will actually force a second shield. Now the problem is they're gonna be able to get my shields because we have Medicham in the back, right? So that's not ideal, that's not good, but we do have to shield it. It's gonna be a Seed Bomb, I think. It is a Seed Bomb. So unfortunate for me, but they're going to be able to throw another attack. I'm going to go ahead and shield it. It's going to be another Seed Bomb. So I could have taken one Seed Bomb, but you know, obviously I was afraid of the Shadow Balls. We're going to be able to throw this attack right now. This is going to be enough to KO. We still, actually we don't have any shields. In comes Galarian Stun Fist. We're going to go ahead and throw this Ice Beam at the Galarian Stun Fist right now. And that's very good. So they're going to be able to throw an attack at us. We know it's going to be an Earthquake. I couldn't catch my switch timer, was not up. So Earthquake going to get us low. We're going to bring in the Registeel. Because, well, the reason I put in the Registeel is because I thought they would switch out immediately. And they didn't switch out immediately. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Psychic right now. That will be enough to KO. And we're actually both going to be able to KO each other at the same time. So that is a tie. I'll take it. Better than a loss, right? So good game. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Shadow Gliscor into Trevenant. Okay, liking where this is going. Again, obviously we're threatened by like Seed Bomb, Shadow Ball. They do get... This is a Seed Bomb. I know this is a Seed Bomb because they didn't charge up for a Shadow Ball. I'm still going to go ahead and shield it. And we get off the Night Slash. So do they want to shield this? I guess we'll see. If they want to shield this, they do not. They're going to go ahead and switch into Lantern. We're going to go ahead and bring in Medicham. Now, honestly, we could have stayed in with the Gliscor because we are double resist, or we're resisting, I guess, the spark damage, but the Surfs they would have gotten too fast. So I don't know if that was the best switch in on my end. Probably not. What would you have went into? Would you have went into Medicham or Registeel? Let me know in the comments down below. And a Thunderbolt will be enough to KO me. I'm just going to let it go because I don't want to give it the second shield. So yeah, definitely. Oh, actually, it doesn't KO me, but one more spark will. Yeah, I would say definitely a mistake. I don't know. But either way, we're going to bring in the Gliscor right now. We're going to go ahead and shield this. Shield this one. So going down 2 shields, and we're going to be able to wing attack it down. So we do have a lot of energy, but we are down. In comes Charizard. So I'm like, okay, we want them to double shield this, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw the Night Slash. And they actually catch, which I didn't even see that catch, to be honest, when I was battling. So good catch by them. We're going to be able to throw this Night Slash. This will get the shield, but we get a boost. Let's go. We're going to be able to get the shield here. So I'm like, Charizard survived. Oh, not Charizard, but we survive. The Registeel survives the Blast Burn from that Charizard, right? So we're going to force them to throw energy. They have to throw before we get to another Night Slash. And we bring in the Registeel. And this is Wing Attack. It's not Fire Spin. So we're not taking super effective damage. So I know I survive a Blast Burn. It's going to do a lot. We're not going to survive it well. But we do survive it. And because it's Wing Attack, they're not going to be able to farm us down. And we're going to be able to get to the Zap Cannon and KO the Charizard. So we're actually going to be able to take this game. But tough game. Well played to my opponent. That catch was beautiful as well. But we're still going to be able to win that one. Yeah, and that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.